Teams are in the tunnel, ready to go here for this matchup in Group A of the 2022 CONCACAF Championship qualifiers at Estadio Universitario in Nuevo León, Mexico. Again, Mexico-Suriname Group A action here in this qualifying tournament. Joe Malfa here with you this evening. It's a pleasant night, actually, here in Nuevo León. Nice temperature, no rain in the forecast, no wind in the forecast. That's a stark difference from what we've seen in some previous days here at this venue. And all we can say is the fans are excited here to welcome the Mexican women's national team. It's a team that is certainly trending in the right direction. The third-ranked team in CONCACAF, the 27th ranked team in the world. They're coming off of a very strong 2021 in which they were unbeaten in their last 5 matches of the year. That includes a win over Olympic gold medalist Canada. Teams making their way out onto the field for their national anthems, and we have kickoff in a moment.
Damas y caballeros, les pedimos por favor ponerse todos de pie para escuchar respetuosamente el himno nacional de Surinam, seguido por el himno nacional de México.
You can hear the excitement among the crowd. They know this team is not too far off from breaking into the top couple of teams in CONCACAF, coming off of a win against Canada in November. Huge for the confidence of Mexico as they begin their World Cup qualifying and Olympic qualifying campaign right here against a hopeful Suriname team, about which not much is known. It's a team that has not played a competitive match since 2019, Suriname. So very interested to see what they bring to the table today. Here is that starting lineup for Mexico. Head coach Monica Vergara. Throughout the roster, a number of talents that play in Liga MX Femenino, a league that was started in 2016 with the goal of growing the game in Mexico to a point where Mexico can begin competing for World Cups and to qualify for World Cups and Olympics every 4-year cycle. And so far, the early investment has paid off. This is a team that has improved significantly since the last World Cup cycle. Captains meeting now for the coin toss. Hadassa Brandon, the captain for Suriname, and Vitari Robles, the captain on the Mexico side. Here are tonight's officials, led by Miriam Marcotte of Canada. United States and Canada will not be partaking in these qualifiers. They both have automatic berths into the W Championship in July. And now we will see what will happen as far as those other few spots up for grabs. Here is the Suriname lineup. Head coach Ray Frankel. A number of players that have recently become naturalized. They were from the Netherlands. They were able to then qualify to play for Suriname after meetings that took place in January.
Gracias familia, afición, y si me lo permitís, gracias a mi mamá que la tengo por allí. Vamos a respetarnos como la afición que sois y vamos a intentar erradicar el grito homofóbico y en vez de eso vamos a gritar ¡Viva México! Buenas noches y ¡Viva México!
Captain Kenty Robles getting the crowd ready. Mexico was seeded as the top team in this qualifying tournament. They drew Group A, position 1. And in that group, we also see Anguilla, Puerto Rico, Antigua and Barbuda, and of course Suriname. So far, the only match in the book saw Puerto Rico win, so right now Puerto Rico sits atop the group. The top team in each group will qualify for the 2022 CONCACAFW Championship in July. And right now, as I mentioned, Puerto Rico had a 4-0 win over Antigua and Barbuda. Goal difference can certainly come into play. And Mexico and Puerto Rico, the two favorites in this group, meet each other on the final match day on April the 12th. More on the tournament format in a moment, but it's time to get the ball rolling between Suriname and Mexico. Suriname, the visitors from left to right in the red. Mexico in the all-white at home. Mexico's final 5 results of the 2021 calendar year saw them lose 4-0 to the United States. But after that, a 2-0 win over Colombia, 6-1 over Argentina, 2-1 over gold medalist Canada at the Summer Olympics, and then 0-0 tie against Canada in the 2 friendlies they played against that Canadian side back in November. For Suriname, they most recently played at the end of January a pair of friendlies against Barbados. They lost 1-0 and tied 1-1. Prior to that, no competitive matches since October of 2019, where they fell 10-0 to Haiti and 6-1 to Puerto Rico in Olympic qualifying. On paper, quite the mismatch tonight between Mexico and Suriname. But again, a largely unknown Suriname team. Here's a chance early for Mexico, and the save is made. Rebound still loose, put in front, wide open goal, but it's too far across. Or Stephanie Mayor, rather Jackie Ovalle. And now Suriname scrambling at the back. Mexico ranked 3rd in CONCACAF, 27th in the world, a team most certainly on the rise. Suriname 17th in CONCACAF, 129th in the world. Good ball over the top, falls in the box for a volley that is struck well high and wide of the goal frame. Diana Garcia had a chance there. The 22-year-old plays with Monterrey in Liga MX. Here's a look back at that chance. That started for Mexico. There were shouts right there for maybe a penalty as Martinez was taken down. An advantage was played. Stephanie Mayor put the shot right into the midst of Myra Ginakong. And Ginakong may be very active this evening. Suriname has never qualified for a World Cup or Olympics. Their highest rank was 81st in 2003. I keep mentioning qualification for World Cups and Olympics because we're in the first stages of that. That is what this 2022 CONCACAFW Championship qualifying round represents. Here's Ovalle. 30 teams enter this qualification process. They were divided into 6 groups of 5 teams. Again, the US and Canada were excluded. Played back to Ginakong. And out for a throw. The teams in each group will each play each other once, 2 games in this window, and then 2 games in the April window. The 6 group winners will then join the United States and Canada in the July 2022 CONCACAFW Championship round. Those 8 nations then will be split into 2 groups of 4, play a round-robin format. And that's where we start getting into qualification for the World Cup and Olympics. The top 2 teams in each of those final 2 groups will end up making it to the semifinal. All 4 of those semifinalists qualify for the World Cup. And then from there, the Olympic qualification process begins. Here's Diana Garcia. Pulls it back for Alexia Delgado. After we get to the final 4 of the W Championship, whoever takes the trophy will automatically qualify for the Olympics and the first ever CONCACAFW Gold Cup in 2024. The runner-up will meet the 3rd place team in a playoff. Another grab here made by Ginakong. So the runner-up will meet the 3rd place team in a playoff in September of 2023 with a spot in the Olympics and Gold Cup on the line. That's a lot to take in. Myself and other broadcasters throughout this tournament will continue to remind you and educate you on the process here. First time this is the process being used in CONCACAF, and it seems like it'll be here to stay, met with great positivity from all parties. Mayor feeds to Delgado. Out wide to the captain, Kenty Robles. She got the crowd going on the mic. Can she get Mexico going now on the scoreboard? Just puts it behind Mayor. Wins it back. Garcia. Out for Ovalle. Deflected out for a corner kick. First of the night for either team. Five players in the starting 11 for Suriname who either play professionally or in the top amateur league in the Netherlands. The meetings in January expedited the process of allowing naturalized players to compete for Suriname. Seems to be more in the cards coming for April as this team continues to evolve. That's why they're a bit of an unknown coming into this. Good ball on the corner, and it's headed out for another corner kick. Mexico, on the other hand, a much more known quantity. A team loaded with talent, starting again to knock on the door of the Canadas, Costa Rica's, United States of the world. Right now on par with a lot of teams in South America. I mentioned their victories over Argentina and Colombia last September and October. And of course the big win against Canada in that friendly 2-1 on November 27th. Tremendous fan support growing in Mexico for the women's national team as well. Here's Robles. Just turned 31 2 days ago. Maybe a belated birthday goal or assist in the cards for Robles tonight. Here's Mayor. Now Garcia. And again to Sierra. Oh, played out wide. Here's Robles, puts it in front, just behind. Now still alive, chance for Delgadillo, and it's blocked. Mayra Delgadillo is professionally in Portugal. Just her 4th cap tonight for Mexico since debuting last October. 12 goals and 24 professional appearances with SC Braga in Portugal. Delgadillo and Katy Martinez. Very dangerous duo up top for this Mexican side. Space for Mayor. Fed wide. And now centrally toward Martinez, but over everybody and out for a goal kick. Puerto Rico, as I mentioned earlier, beat Antigua and Barbuda 4-0. They sit atop Group A for the time being. Going down through the rest of the tournament, we've seen some very lopsided scorelines. Some teams showcasing their strength early on. Here's that last opportunity. Here's another opportunity for Mexico, and it's slotted home. Stephanie Mayor makes it 1-0. Don't have much time for replays in a game like this where Mexico is threatening to strike every chance they get. And Mayor makes it count. She has been on a tear for her country lately. A goal against Canada in November, 2 against Argentina in October, and that one there gives her 19 goals in over 100 appearances for Mexico. Katy Martinez gets the assist, and this team is off and running. Guatemala had a 9-0 win over the U.S. Virgin Islands already. Dominican Republic equaled that total, 9-0 over Grenada. El Salvador 6-0 over Belize. Cuba 3-0 over St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Haiti 6-0 over Honduras. Guyana 4-0 over Dominica. Trinidad and Tobago 2-1 over Nicaragua. Those are just some of the scores from around the rest of the qualifiers for a couple of days. We go through until February 22nd, this window. And then we reconvene in early April. Mexico plays Antigua and Barbuda on Sunday. And they finish up with Anguilla on April 9th, Puerto Rico on April 12th. Just kept in by Robles. Plenty of options in the box. Good ball from Robles towards Martinez. It's grabbed by Ginacong. Suriname plays its next match against Anguilla on February 22nd. And against Puerto Rico on April 8th. Antigua and Barbuda. Bad back pass here. Chance deflected. And out for a goal kick. Dangerous at the back for Suriname. Espinoza anchoring that back line alongside Bianca Sierra, the teammates at Tigres, very comfortable next to each other on the left side of that back line. Robles up for Delgadillo. That one out for a throw. Robles for Garcia. Another ball lofted in towards Martinez. Ginacong can't handle it, ball loose, and then finally cleared. Rowan Undon on the clearance for Suriname. Here's another look at that last chance where Mexico bounced on the poor back pass. Martinez just had it deflect up and over. Bernal. Robles. Now Rebecca Bernal again. Dropping very deep, the goal scorer, Stephanie Mayor. So far, 3 shots for Mexico. Lofted into the area, chested down for Martinez! The flag goes up for offside. Celebration is short-lived. Martinez had the assist on the opening goal, thought she had one herself. Good call by the assistant referee on the far side of the field. That's Stephanie Fortin, Canadian assistant referee. Fans don't like it, but deep down they know that that was the right call, I hope. Alexia Delgado still keeps it alive. Ovalle tucks it in for Mayor. Good switch all the way out to Kenty Robles. Has been playing in Spain professionally since 2006 when she was 14 years old, Kenty Robles. Spent time with Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid. That ball is sent out for a goal kick. Now the 31-year-old captain, Kenty Robles of Mexico, has won 5 league titles in her time in Spain and featured for Mexico in the 2011 and 2015 World Cups. Delgado takes the goal kick down. Mexico very patient in the build. Nearly a quarter of an hour gone, still just a lone goal. Scored by Mayor. Came back in the 9th minute. Here's Mayor again, feeds it through. Chance here again, Martinez in front. Chinacan gets on top of it. Mayor through 4 red jerseys, gets it out to Rebecca Bernal. Over 120 appearances with 29 goals for Monterrey since joining in 2017. That's as a defender. Always a threat to come up out of the back, Rebecca Bernal. Ovalle flex it out for a throw-in. Those discussions started in early January for Suriname to expedite that process, allowing players from the Netherlands to play with Suriname. And they expect more of those players to be available in April. Taken by Mayor, has Ovalle in the box. Jacqueline Ovalle shouts for handball, waved off, incidental contact from Suriname. Ball certainly hit the hand, but not to a point where it would elicit a penalty kick. Part of the new FIFA rules. It ricochets off a different part of the body and comes up and grabs the hand like that. It is not to be called a penalty. Another corner for Mexico. Already have taken a couple. None of them have yet yielded a goal. That lone goal came from open play. Good ball in, but right to the hands of Ginnikang. And Dia Landfeld. First bit of possession for Suriname across midfield. The US and Canada, certainly the unquestioned top two in CONCACAF. Now as the game continues to grow in the region for the women, the question becomes, what will the rest of the pecking order look like? Mexico trying to solidify themselves as the third team and creep up into that top two. Ball in the middle just beyond Mayor, out to Jacqueline Ovalle. Save made by Ginnikang. For Mexico to try and assert themselves as one of those top three teams, it starts in this qualifying tournament. Here's another look at the strike by Ovalle. Mexico, the highest ranked team outside of the US and Canada in CONCACAF. They're 27th in the world. Everybody in the starting lineup plays professionally in either Mexico, France, or Portugal. Ball lofted in. Comes through for Delgadillo. Couple of collegiate players in there as well. Ball struck into the middle and steered wide of the goal frame. Jacqueline Ovalle again with a chance. Shot total rising now for Mexico. So close to adding to that lead. Mayor taken down, free kick on the way for Mexico in a very dangerous spot. Mayor, before she thinks about taking this free kick, will have to put her left cleat back on. That foul goes against Griffith by Sayer. And by Sayer, one of those players from the top amateur league in the Netherlands that just recently naturalized to play with Suriname. Ginnikang sets up her wall. Looks like Alexia Delgado wants this one. Now leaving it maybe for Jacqueline Ovalle. Here's the strike from the free kick into the wall from Ovalle. Flicks it along to Alexia Delgado, the Arizona State star. One of the best players in the Pac-12 last year. Ball lofted in, header. Trickling toward the line, but wide. Yana Garcia with the chance. Garcia, 22-year-old, plays with Monterrey. 20 goals in just over 100 appearances in Liga MX since her debut in 2017. Making her 8th appearance tonight for Mexico. Too strong on the ball up for Mayor, but a thumbs up from the number 10. Look back at that last chance on the header from Garcia. Just steered it wide of the goal. Giveaway from Mayor. That ball threaded through. Flag about to pop up though on Suriname. Positive sign of life here after the giveaway. For Suriname to try and break those lines. Just a little bit off kilter on the timing. Greta Espinoza. Back from Mayor. Bernal inside. Delgado leaves it. Garcia, great through ball into Martinez. 2-0 Mexico. Katy Martinez with her third goal for Mexico. Here in her 14th match since her debut in February of 2019. 2 years since her debut. She's got a goal in ConcacafW Championship qualifying. And on the evening, 1 goal and 1 assist for Katy Martinez. She slotted it in for Mayor on the first goal. Now the favor is returned. Terrific through ball. Played in by Diana Garcia. Very calm finish by Katy Martinez to the roars of the crowd. Katy Martinez, one of the brightest young players for this Mexican team, just 23 years old, plays for Club America in Liga MX. 86 goals in 100 appearances in Liga MX, scored 81 of those in 95 games with Tigres, and now has 5 goals in 5 games with Club America. Mexico in a groove now. Some danger again. Ball sent into the hands of Ginacon. Ovalle. Just cleared away from the back by Amy Manarsi. Foul goes against Mexico. Suriname trying to play quickly. Samira Steckinger, one who forced that turnover and drew the foul. Something forward for Suriname. First time they've been into the attacking third. Here's Steckinger. Keeps it in at the end line. Steckinger working on Robles. And that's out for a goal kick. Something to build on for Suriname. Back behind the play, it looks as if Steckinger just went down on her own, able to continue for the time being. '23-year-old Samira Steckinger. Didn't see anything there. Maybe in the run up to that play, if something was tweaked. signaling to her nose after that. And went down and held it. Hope she's all right to continue as she's helped off for the moment by the trainer. Nearly a half an hour gone. Joe Malva here with you this evening. Group A action in the 2022 ConcacafW Championship qualifiers here at Estadio Universitario, the home of Tigres in Liga MX. Stadium nicknamed El Volcan for the volcano in Nuevo León, Mexico. Right now it is Mexico in total control of this matchup. Remember, in a game like this, goal difference is key. The more, the better for Mexico. Puerto Rico had a 4-0 win in its Group A matchup to start. For all intents and purposes, it seems as if the game between Mexico and Puerto Rico on the last match day will be for a spot in July's CONCACAF-W Championship. However, if that match were to end in a tie, it would go to goal differential. So each of these teams in their first 3 match days looking to build as strong of a goal difference as they can. And a good early start with a 4-0 win from Puerto Rico. Have to imagine Mexico would at the very least like to get to that 4-0 mark in this one to keep pace with the Puerto Rican side. Ovalle. Here's Bernal. Won the CONCACAF U17 championship in 2013, Rebecca Bernal. Robles just sees it out for a corner kick as it's swept away by Hadassah Brandon. Delivery on the corner. Ginekong collides with a teammate, but holds on to the ball. Ginekong has looked very strong in goal in this one. For Suriname, plays in the top amateur league of the Netherlands with Beat Quick 28. She's 22 years old, the goalkeeper. One of the other top teams in the tournament, ranked 4th in CONCACAF, is Costa Rica, a direct competitor of Mexico when it comes to trying to establish themselves as the 3rd best team in CONCACAF behind the clear-cut top 2 in the US and Canada. Costa Rica having a stellar evening. They're up 6-0 on St. Kitts and Nevis with 15 minutes to go. And action taking place in Group B. And Panama currently up 3-0. Their match against Barbados. It's a Barbados team that actually just beat Suriname 1-0 recently and tied 1-1 against Suriname in a pair of friendlies at the end of January. Tomorrow is an off day here for these qualifiers, and then play resumes on Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Robles ball in. Dealt with for the moment by Suriname. Well done, spinning out of danger by Katie Chinsi-Chung. Robles takes it away from Steckinger, but it's back at the feet of Steckinger. Amy Bonarsi wanted it in space, but taken back by Mexico. Costa Rica in Group B, trying to get to the mark set by Guatemala of their 9-0 win. And goal difference will be the key for some of these groups. Here's a chance now for Martinez, already with 1 goal, make it 2. Katy Martinez puts Mexico up 3-0. She has been a part of all 3 goals, assisted the first, scored the next 2. Monica Vergara looks on. You can't see it from her expression, but she's got to be happy with the way Mexico is performing so far. Up 3-0 a half an hour in. All alone near the penalty spot. Good cut back onto the left foot, and even better finish from Martinez. That gives her 4 goals in 14 matches, wearing her nation's colors. Xaviera Crimbo intended to at the moment. Affords both teams an opportunity to go over to the sideline, get some hydration and some coaching. Crimbo, one of the bright young players for Suriname as she jogs off the field. And featured for the U17 and U20 squads on that back line, alongside Hadassah Brandon, the captain. Both players on that back line again today. Some familiarity between the two. But it's been all Mexico in this one, dictating the tempo of the possession. All the opportunities and the shots have belonged to Mexico in this one. 7 shots to none. And now 3 have found the back of the net. Martinez in the 33rd, the latest. The first was Stephanie Mayor in the 9th minute. And the middle goal was also Katy Martinez in the 24th minute. And they added the total even more so before halftime. Here's Jacqueline Ovalle. Cuts it back past the defender. Ovalle still with it. Couldn't slide it through to Mayor. Jamaica just finished up its match with a 4-0 win. Panama still up 3-0, and Costa Rica still up 6-0. Jamaica in a group with Dominican Republic, who won their first match 9-0. That came against Grenada, and that is Jamaica's next opponent. So they will have some distance to make up when it comes to goal difference, as far as keeping pace with the current leaders in Dominican Republic. And again, in each of these groups, with every team playing each other once, whichever 2 teams are the best when it comes to goal difference, they will have to play each other, and that match will likely dictate who finishes atop the group. But you do, of course, have to focus on goal difference, because if those top 2 teams tie, then goal difference will be the tiebreaker. First ever edition of the CONCACAFW Championship Qualifiers. All teams vying to join Canada and the United States in July of this year at the CONCACAFW Championships. 30 teams in these qualifiers, divided up into 6 groups of 5. Top team in each group will move on to that July tournament. Of those 8 nations, they'll be split into 2 groups of 4. And from there is where we get into the World Cup qualifying and Olympic qualifying aspect of this tournament. Here's Robles. That one just mishit. Once we get to that July tournament, round robin in the groups And from there, we will whittle it down to 4 semifinalists. Those 4 semifinalists will all qualify for the World Cup in 2023. And is being hosted jointly by New Zealand and Australia. Those 4 semifinalists will, of course, play single elimination to see who lifts the trophy in July. Whoever does lift the trophy will also automatically qualify for the 2024 Olympics in Paris and the 2024 first ever edition of the ConcacafW Gold Cup. The runner-up will also have a chance, so will the 3rd place finisher. This one flicked on beautifully to Ovalle. Now Delgado, it's blocked. Still alive for Mexico. Runner-up at the W Championship and the 3rd place finisher will play each other in a playoff in September. Chance for a hat trick here, but the flag goes up on Katy Martinez. That September playoff between the runner-up of the W Championship and the 3rd place finisher. That playoff will determine a spot in the 2024 Olympics, as well as the 2024 Gold Cup. Now, second look, Martinez held her run. She was onside. Something on again for Mexico. Slotted through to Ovalle. Flag stays down. Jacqueline Ovalle, what a stop made by Gina Kong. Out for a corner. Gina Kong has come up big a couple of times for Suriname, keeping this just 3-0. Delgado gives it up for Ovalle, slips on the grass there. All the way back out, recycled to Kenty Robles. Now, it won't just be the 4 semifinalists of the W Championship who qualify for the World Cup. They get the automatic bids. But the teams that come in 3rd in those groups come July, those 2 teams will enter FIFA's Intercontinental Playoffs with a chance to also qualify for the World Cup. So there's a possibility of 6 CONCACAF teams making it to the 2023 World Cup. 4 auto bids, 2 potential bids through that playoff. Mexico certainly hopes to be one of the auto bids, and they're playing like one of those teams right now. Loose in the area. Delgadillo trying to get to it. And it's just cleared out safely by Suriname for a throw. To imagine Mexico is considered to be one of the favorites to join the United States and Canada as automatic qualifiers when the time comes for the 2023 World Cup. The way they've ascended in recent years, Mexico and Costa Rica on the rise. Over the top to the head of Ovalle. Ends up just on top of the net, over the bar. After the top 2 of the US and Canada, right now there's that group in there of Mexico, Costa Rica, Jamaica, Panama, and Haiti. Of those 5 teams, the question is, how do they stack up against each other? Those are the teams maybe expected to make it through to the July portion of this tournament with a chance at making the World Cup. Ovalle, flag stays down for now, and ends up popping up. Another close one there for Mexico. Ovalle. Forward to Garcia, and the assist on the 2nd goal for Mexico. Mexico, Costa Rica, Jamaica, Panama, Haiti, and Trinidad and Tobago. The 6 teams that were preceded here in these qualifiers slotted in as the #1 team in each of the groups. Where the draw was conducted, there were 4 pots of teams to join those 6 top seeds, with Mexico leading the way in Group A, position 1. Ovalle strikes it across the box. Garcia couldn't handle it, still fighting for it. Garcia pokes it out to Delgadillo. Ginakong there, fumbles it. Martinez almost cleaned it up. Ginakong gets it back. Costa Rica, Jamaica, they've already flexed their muscles a bit as the other top-seeded teams. Mexico doing so right now. Haiti did as well in a 6-0 win over Honduras. Trinidad and Tobago, of the top-seeded teams, the one to struggle the most in their first match, narrowly beating Nicaragua 2-1, although Nicaragua did score 90+6 to make it 2-1. It was comfortably 2-0 Trinidad for much of that game. Ovalle opens it up to Sierra in the middle. Martinez lets it go. Nobody was behind her. Garcia. Robles. Pokes it by a defender. Robles into the box, cuts it back all the way through. Strike from distance over the bar. Too much from Greta Espinoza. Closing seconds of the first 45. Into some space here for Steckinger. Delgado, perfect ball over the top for Delgadillo. Floated it in the area. Ginakong makes the grab. Ball was drifting towards the goal, had to be careful with it. Martinez, there were 2 minutes given of stoppage time. Here's Mayor. Delgadillo. Still Delgadillo. Maybe the wrong decision there to chip that in. Comes out to Garcia, deflects twice and goes in. Everything going Mexico's way, and they're up 4-0. So credit for the goal, because it was a shot on target. A fortune of the bounces goes her way. And Mexico, now at 4-0 in the first half, has equaled Puerto Rico's goal difference. Definitely took that one deflection in front there. Did it take a second? Unclear, but it at least went off the knee of Rowan Andan. Oh, never took a second deflection, just the one was enough to get it past Ginakong. And that will be the last play of the half. Mexico 4-0 into the break here in their first match in the 2022 ConcacafW Championship qualifiers.
al segundo minuto del tiempo añadido. Damas y caballeros, ha finalizado el primer tiempo de este encuentro. El marcador: la selección nacional de México 4, Suriname 0. Vamos a festejar, Nuevo León. Los brazos arriba, los brazos arriba.
A first half that was all Mexico here in Group A play in the 2022 ConcacafW Championship qualifiers. Katy Martinez, the best of the bunch for Mexico, creating every chance she got. That shot was stopped from Stephanie Mayor. The save was made by Mayra Ginekong, who was called into action very often for Suriname. The goals would eventually come in short order for Mexico. Here's another look at the save made by Ginekong. A few corners went their way. They weren't able to capitalize from the corners. And off the goal kick, directly to Mexico. They win possession. A couple of passes later, it's in. Martinez slots it for Mayor. And there's the first goal. 1-0 Mexico. A quick start. That goal came in the 9th minute. And it set them up for what would be a very strong first half, especially for Martinez. Got the assist there. We will hear more from her in just a moment. Chance was created here on the poor back pass by Martinez. Deflected just wide. And then the next attack came through for Ovalle. Her shot was saved. One of a number of saves made in this match by Ginekong. This one fell through for Ovalle, but she put it wide and high. Another look here, and another chance. This one for Diana Garcia. Mexico just lived in the attacking half in the first half. Here is that goal from Martinez. That made it 2-0. It was her first goal to go with the earlier assist. Mexico would continue their attacks. Here's Martinez again, cuts it back to the left foot. That made it 3-0, gave her a second goal to go with her assist. Mexico in total control at this point, and they would maintain that control through the duration of the first half. Ball comes out to Garcia. Everything is going their way, including the bounces. That one deflects in to make it 4-0 in the final play before the half. A look at the stats, 12-0 in shots for Mexico, 4 on goal. Possession 53-47. It feels like much more for Mexico in total control of this one. Team's back out there for half number 2. Mexico leads 4-0 over Suriname here on their home field at Nuevo Leon. Joe Malfa with you this evening. Group A play in the 2022 ConcacafW Championship Qualifiers. Very quiet night at the back there for Emily Alvarado. See if Suriname can make anything happen in half number 2. Goal scoring in the first half for Mexico. 1 for Stephanie Mayor, 2 for Katy Martinez, and then 1 for Diana Garcia. Miriam Marcotte, the referee, counting up the players, getting the watch set to begin play in half number 2. Costa Rica's match just went final, 7-0. What do we have in store in half number 2? The first half from Mexican dominance. 4 goals. Could have been more. We're waiting for one more player. There we go. Katy Martinez jogging across the field. And now we have an even 11-on-11. 45 to go from Estadio Universitario. Mexico looking to continue a run of 5 matches unbeaten, rather extend their run to 5 matches unbeaten. They lost to the United States last July. Since then, a win over Colombia, Argentina, and Canada, and then a draw against Canada. 2 positive results against the reigning gold medalists. Suriname on the other side, largely unknown coming into this tournament. They haven't played a competitive match since Olympic qualifying in 2019. A pair of losses by a combined score of 16-1 to Haiti and Puerto Rico. Ball in through to Delgadillo. Chinacon dives on top of it. More recently, Suriname played 2 friendlies against Barbados just a couple of weeks ago. A 1-0 loss and a 1-1 draw in those matches. Whistle goes against Mexico. Haven't talked much about the Mexican goalie, Emily Alvarado, but another bright spot for this team. They believe she can be top keeper for this team going forward. Debuted in a friendly against the U.S. back in May of 2019. The 23-year-old just graduated from TCU, where she was a standout collegiately. She was ranked 5th in save percentage, 13th in goals against average as a senior. There she is, Alvarado. Now plays in France with Stade de Reims. 2021 first team All-American at TCU. And won a pair of youth CONCACAF championships for Mexico at the U17 level and the U20 level. Her 13th appearance tonight in goal for Mexico. Fade into the middle. Mayor takes it away from Martinez. Still Mayor. Back out for Espinosa. Battle at the end line. And cleared away by Suriname. Only as far as another Mexican player, though. It's Alexia Delgado. Well done to let that run through. Delgadillo lays it off. Here's a shot, and it's in. Diana Garcia. The first goal she scored, the bounce went her way off of a defender's knee. This one just a blast into the roof of the net. And a quick start to the second half for Mexico, up 5-0. That play there by Katy Martinez won't show up in the stat sheet. She doesn't need any more stats tonight. She's already got 2 goals and an assist. But it was a brilliant play to dummy it through. Laid off by Delgadillo and finished by Garcia, who now has 2 goals of her own. Foul here, it goes against Suriname. Jacqueline Ovalle with the left foot, getting set to curl this one into the box. As Chinacon sets up the 2-player wall. Played on the ground, something off the training ground here. It's Robles. Her cross is blocked. Ovalle with the left foot curling. Couldn't get it down in time. Ovalle has 41 goals in 99 games for Tigres since she began her pro career in 2017. A number of the starters for Mexico play for Tigres in this stadium. Those players include Bianca Sierra, Greta Espinosa, Stephanie Mayor, and Ovalle. Katy Martinez used to play here up until this season, and she scored plenty for Tigres, 81 goals in 95 games. Now playing with Club America. Robles fed through. Nice idea again. This time, the dummy was played by Alexia Delgado. Falls for Garcia, sitting on a hat trick. Mayor. Remember, goal difference key. Mexico will look to keep the foot on the pedal here. Puerto Rico won its first match 4-0. So Mexico has already bested that mark. Can they add to it? All signs point to this group being decided on the final match day, April 12th, when Mexico will play Puerto Rico. Played inside to Martinez, chance at the hat trick. Still on her right foot, just wide of the post. Every goal so important possibly for Mexico. Maybe another here. Martinez had an open net and she put it wide. Gina Kong, look, she caught a leg to the face in that exchange. Concerned look on the face of the captain, Hadassah Brandon. Miss hit on the goal kick. Their late unintentional left knee from Ovalle colliding with the keeper. Trio of subs on the way now for Mexico. And that last collision with the keeper, the final play for Jacqueline Ovalle. She will exit for Maria Sanchez, who scored against Colombia last year. That was a 2-0 win for Mexico. Large roar of the crowd as these subs are made. Night done for Delgadillo as well. Now entering the match, Jocelyn Montoya. And it appears as if the final player to exit will be Katy Martinez. She missed a golden opportunity a second ago. Wide open the net to complete her hat trick. She'll finish tonight with 2 goals and 1 assist. And Alicia Cervantes will enter the match. Cervantes, the 28-year-old, terrific scoring record in Liga MX, has 53 goals in 50 matches for Guadalajara. Wasn't that prolific of a goal scorer before she got to Guadalajara. Just had 20 goals in 58 games between Atlas and Monterrey over the span of 4 seasons. But in just 2 seasons for Guadalajara, 53 goals in 50 games. Making her 9th appearance now with 1 goal for Mexico. Ball fed into the middle. Chance again for Mexico, but Mayor couldn't handle it. Maria Sanchez also into the match. She plays in NWSL with the Houston Dash. She was loaned there from Tigres last year. And now officially a full-time member of the Houston Dash, making her 40th appearance, Maria Sanchez for Mexico. Here's Cervantes, and that is out for a Mexican corner. Floated in, headed centrally, loose at the back post and wide. Good delivery from the corner by Jocelyn Montoya. Entering a 4th season with Guadalajara, 18 goals in 74 games, making her 5th appearance tonight for Mexico. Just debuted for Mexico back in June in a friendly. Guyana completed a 4-0 win over Dominica, which has them atop Group F right now over the seeded Trinidad and Tobago on goal difference. In fact, at the moment, Trinidad and Tobago, the only of the seeded teams who have completed a game to not be atop their group. Haiti did so with a 6-0 win. I think that back Panama's match actually just went final. They ended up 5-0 over Barbados, so they're in second on goal difference right now. And El Salvador topped that group. That ball stays at the feet of Ginnicon. Chance here now with the goalie out of the net, but it's over the crossbar. Maria Sanchez, her first opportunity since subbing in. Challenge leaves Entia Robles in some pain. Another free kick on the way for Mexico as we approach the hour mark. A 5-0 lead for Mexico. Joe Malfa here with you this evening at Estadio Universitario in Nuevo León, Mexico, the home of Tigres, where a number of these Mexican players play professionally. Bernal looking over the top, floats one in. Just skims off the top of the head of Stephanie Mayor. She opened the scoring way back in the 9th minute. One of the more experienced players in the lineup for Mexico, 30 years of age. Played on boys teams growing up before joining the youth national team. Closing out 100 caps for Mexico with 18 goals. Scored for them in the 2011 World Cup. Bernal switches it out for Espinosa. Falling forward in the middle, Alexia Delgado. Instead, it's out wide. Montoya plays it back. And now across for Bernal. Robles. Bernal. And all those white jerseys forward, all 11 red jerseys back behind the ball. Fed through. Delgado just eases up on it as it's cleared out for a throw-in. Pamela Enso just gets it out of harm's way and quickly put back into play by Mexico. Only the top team in each group advances to July's portion of this tournament, the final 8. Puerto Rico came into tonight atop the group with a 4-0 win in their back pocket. Mexico would now stand above that on goal difference, and those two meet on the final match day, April 12th. The two highest ranked teams in Group A. Mexico, the highest ranked of those teams. They are 3rd in CONCACAF, 27th in the world. Puerto Rico comes into it 10th in CONCACAF, 107th in the world. corner at the back post, headed across. That ball had eyes, and it found the low corner. Through multiple bodies, Rebecca Bernal makes it 6 for Mexico. She didn't get a ton on the header, but it was perfectly placed. Take another look at it. Right there, past a couple of bodies, under the leg of another would-be defender. A screened Mayra Ginicon couldn't get to it in goal. That is 6 for Mexico. With all those bodies in front, Ginicon just saw it so late. There was nothing she could do. Takeaway here by Mayor. Something on again for Mexico. Mayor wanted it back, but never got it back. Still alive for the moment. Montoya couldn't do anything with it. Shot attempt was blocked. Francoisa Shrastrokomo came into the match for Suriname after that goal. Good give and go between Robles and Diana Garcia. It's pulled back now for Bernal. The ball was trickling out for a Mexican throw, but it's brought back. Amar caught for a free kick after she let advantage play out. Mayor, here's Bernal. Very strong game in the middle from Diana Garcia, floating all over the place. Helping the attack, helping back defensively whenever Suriname has tried to get toward midfield. Now Montoya in space with fresh legs. Montoya, terrific cross, but unable to keep the header down. Maria Sanchez rose for it. Great ball by Montoya over the goalkeeper's hands. Just barely. Almost caught Sanchez by surprise as it barely got over the goalkeeper's fingertips. Mexico has done a terrific job of turning the ball over on goal kicks. Sanchez nods it forward toward Mayor. Cleared away by Crimbo. Late challenge. Play on, says the official. Shrastrokomo. First bit of involvement after subbing in. Delgado. Nice move to pivot inside. Mayor almost fed it through for Cervantes. She's been quiet since she subbed in. Montoya's been very active, and she wanted it on the overlap. The pass came inside instead of outside. Late decision to come back and give a yellow card by Miriam Marcotte. One goes against Sasha Cromo for that challenge we saw late after she had just subbed in. A couple more changes on the way, one for either side. Night is done for Diana Garcia, who leaves with 2 goals scored. And night just beginning on the other side for Jaramillo. Carolina Jaramillo, the 4th player into the match for Mexico. Cheyenne Purperhart entering the match for Suriname. Ravelchini, the one to exit. Didn't hear much from her. They couldn't get the striker involved. Turn from Mayor. Laid off. Delgado plays it wide. Just over 20 minutes to go. All Mexico in this one, up 6-0. Leading in the shot department, 20-0 Mexico. Here's another look back at that yellow card on the late challenge by Sasha Cromo. Another goal kick nearly taken away by Mexico. Gina Kong has done all she could in goal. She's made a number of big saves against Mexico, but one area tonight where she has struggled on those goal kicks. Yellow card given for some words said by Amy Banarsi. Quickly taken free kick by Robles. Just switches it over. On the left side to Espinosa. Now Jaramillo. Wanted it back. Here's Maria Sanchez still taking it. Out for Espinosa. Rather Sierra floats it in toward Mayor. It's left there for Montoya. Nice backheel flick through. Samira Steckinger, whenever Suriname has been able to get across midfield, has been involved in this one. Now just under 20 minutes to go. The only thing in question in this one is what Mexico's goal differential will be at the end of the night. They've already cleared the mark set at the top of Group A by Puerto Rico, which was a 4-0 win. Gives them a little bit of a cushion already heading into their next couple of games. They're set to take on Antigua and Barbuda on Sunday, then Anguilla on April 9th before what will be the decisive Group A match in all likelihood between Puerto Rico and Mexico on April the 12th. Going out for a goal kick. Emily Alvarado, nearly a spectator tonight for Mexico. lot of space in the middle for Jaramillo. Still taking that space and now feeding it out for Montoya. No white jersey on the end of it for Mexico. Lotveld trying to break out for Suriname. Every time they get near midfield, look at all the white jerseys there. 3 that she's trying to beat. Doing well to hold it up still. And now draws the foul. Well done, Andaya Lotveld. The pressure in the attacking third here from Suriname. Visayer loses it. Chance to break out for Mayor. Haven't seen Mexico much in transition tonight because they've controlled possession, but a chance here in open space. Slotted toward the post, and it's off that post. Alicia Cervantes almost had the 7th of the night for Mexico. Delgado trying to keep the attack alive for Mexico. That was their 21st shot of the night. That rang off the post. Montoya. Fumbled in front. Chance here for Cervantes. Lays it off. Unselfish play. Jaramillo cuts it back and slots it home. Number 7 for Mexico. Seventh goal on the finish from number 8 with the assist from number 9. Everything lining up in Mexico's favor tonight. Gina Kong has been under fire the entire evening. Those were shots number 22 and 23 for Mexico. Unable to corral the rebound. Cervantes could have just turned and fired, but unselfish. Gave it to Jaramillo. They cut back and finished. Jaramillo plays for Guadalajara. Hasn't featured a ton for the Mexican national team, but her recent form, 18 goals in 50 matches the last couple of seasons for Guadalajara, has her squarely in the mix. Another chance brewing for Mexico. Cervantes streaking in the middle, just beyond her. Now Montoya lines it up, shoots it, bounces into the legs of Ginakong. Back to Ginakong, able to clear. Under a quarter of an hour remains in this one. Joe Malfa with you tonight. Mexico showing why they are one of the top teams in CONCACAF, ranked 3rd in the region, knocking on the door of Canada and the United States. Beat Canada in November and then drew them. And now here, the highest ranked team in the qualifying portion of the 2022 CONCACAFW Championship to be played in July. The US and Canada already qualified. 30 teams split into 6 groups of 5 here at this stage of this tournament. Every team in each group plays each other once. 2 games this window, 2 games in April. The 6 group winners will join the US and Canada in July. And then once you have those 8 nations in July, they'll be split into 2 groups of 4 and play in a round-robin format. Overlap here from Robles down in the corner. He's knocked out for a throw. From that round-robin format, the top 2 teams in each of those 2 groups of 4 will make it to the semifinals of the CONCACAFW Championship. At that point, all 4 of those semifinalists will be qualified for the World Cup. Now the teams that finish 3rd in each of those round-robin groups will still have a chance to make the World Cup, as CONCACAF can send anywhere between 4 and 6 teams to the World Cup. Those 3rd place finishers will be entered into FIFA's Intercontinental Playoffs, through which they can still qualify for the World Cup. And in addition to the 2023 World Cup, whichever nation wins the CONCACAFW Championship title in July will also qualify for the 2024 Olympics and the first ever CONCACAFW Gold Cup in 2024. Now the runners-up and 3rd place finishers here in the W Championship will play each other in a playoff in September of 2023. A spot in the Olympics and the Gold Cup would be on the line in that, as CONCACAF will send 2 teams to the Olympics. This 2024 Olympics to be held in Paris, and the World Cup in 2023 is a joint hosting venture by New Zealand and Australia. Floated toward the back post. There's Cervantes off the crossbar. Misread by Jinnakong. Couple of near misses now by Cervantes. Good ball floated over the top with the backspin on it by Bianca Serra. Cervantes had that other near miss off the post. So she's hit the crossbar, the right post. All that's left is the left post. Another sub made by Mexico. Mari Carmen Reyes enters the match. She scored against Colombia last year in that 2-0 win over the South American team. There is Reyes trying to force her way through. A call for the foul. Reyes is a bright star in college in the U.S., plays for UCLA, one of the top teams in the country year in, year out. Made her debut in September of 2021 in that game against Colombia and scored in her debut. "25 shots now in this one for Mexico. 7 have found the back of the net. Go in the middle. Now here's Reyes, newly into the match. Reyes trying to keep it alive and earns a corner for Mexico. If you're going to nitpick anything out of this Mexican performance, there's not much to do, up 7-0. They've struggled off corners in this one. They've had ample opportunities from the corner flags. This will be their 8th corner kick of the match. None of them have yielded any opportunities for Mexico. All of their scoring has come from the open runner play and turnovers they've forced. This one out to Robles. Shouts of handball after that shot. A bit of free kick in a dangerous spot for Mexico. Play on, says the referee. Ball swung in. Ginacong gets to it.
Señores, queremos agradecerles su asistencia. El día de hoy son 12,788 aficionados. Muchas gracias por estar aquí.
Over 12,000 in attendance tonight to cheer on Mexico. Chance stricken to the middle now for Shamira. Steckinger has some space. Alvarado for the first time tonight called into action. Good step off the line to clear. A reminder of the talent that Alvarado has. One of the top ranked goalkeepers collegiately last year as a senior at TCU. First team All-American. 13th cap tonight for Mexico's senior national team after debuting in a friendly against the United States in May of 2019. Bianca Sierra lofts one toward the back post, falls for Montoya. Terrific first touch. Here's Reyes, and it's deflected out for a corner kick. Sanchez clips it in. Great delivery. Cervantes couldn't get the header down. It's probably the best corner kick taken of the night by Mexico. Dropped right in near the penalty spot into an open area for Cervantes. She hasn't seen much time tonight. A late sub into the match, Cervantes, but she has found plenty of space and opportunities. Unable to convert, though. Has hit the crossbar, has hit a post, has seen one shot saved by Ginacong. Nice give and go to Montoya. She has also been terrific since coming in. There's another chance for Cervantes. She went for the volley for a goal kick. Change on the way for Suriname. Samani Loafo entering the match. That'll be it for Andaya Lantveld. Some good hold-up play from the striker. Just 4 minutes to go. With the scoreline where it is, don't know what stoppage time we'll have in store. In a game like this, referees will often just blow that final whistle at 90. Good ball through the middle to Reyes. Nice move by Jaramillo, who has that 7th goal on the evening for Mexico, and she draws the foul. long way out for this free kick. Driven on the ground into Cervantes, laid off to Mayor. Cervantes still looking for it. Jaramillo is there. Floated toward the back post. Ball still alive. Cervantes, she's been close all night. Still can't find the goal. Back out to Bernal, has a goal herself, deflected in front. That ball pinballed around a few times, found the feet of Reyes, and she makes it 8 for Mexico. The UCLA Bruin gets a goal once again for her nation. Scored in her debut against Colombia September of last year, a 2-0 win. Let's try to count the deflections here. 1, 2. There's the third chance to play it away from Suriname. Here's 4, 5. Clearance attempt there. 6, and then finally put away. So many times it bounced around, and Mexico once again on the attack. Montoya's ball in. A chance here to test the high watermark of the tournament so far. A pair of teams have won 9-0 in other groups. Mexico, though, in terrific position in Group A. Puerto Rico won 4-0. So Mexico now squarely in first place, make it 9-0. Cervantes, number 9 for goal number 9. And it's all Mexico in the second half. The way it's looking now, Puerto Rico is going to have to do some serious damage in their upcoming matches if they want to put themselves in a position to maybe win the group on a tie against Mexico on the final match day. Otherwise, it's looking like Puerto Rico would have to go all the way on to upset Mexico on that final match day. With the lead Mexico is building right now in the goal difference, 5 goals better than Puerto Rico. And Mexico get to double digits. Crowd is chanting for it. No word on if there will be stoppage time or how much it will be. Only 2 minutes of time added. Cervantes calling forward in the middle. It's sent her way. Ginacon makes the grab. A terrific display from Mexico tonight. Great way to get started in these qualifiers. They'll run it back on Sunday against Antigua and Barbuda. Looking to establish themselves as the true third-best team in CONCACAF, with aspirations of continuing to rise up that ladder. Jaramillo, and it's wide. They're not too far off, Mexico. Sure, it wasn't a big game when they played Canada, at least from the Canadian perspective. Huge game for Mexico to try and prove themselves against Canada in those 2 friendlies late last fall. It wasn't the full strength Canadian squad, so you can maybe try to take Mexico down a notch or 2 in discussions about the best teams in CONCACAF using that ammo. But nonetheless, they still did beat Canada 2-1, and they did tie them 0-0. 2 positive results against the 2020 Olympic gold medalists. Full squad or not for Canada, that's still a big feather in the cap for Mexico. Push to the end line here, and out for a corner kick. Will Mexico even have time to take it, or will they just call this one a night? There's a glance at the watch from Marcotte. Final whistle coming any moment. 2 minutes have come and gone of stoppage time. Short corner. Better angle for the cross. Out to the top of the box. From a distance, that would have been the exclamation point for Mexico, but it's a terrific victory nonetheless. 9-0 over Suriname to begin their 2022 CONCACAFW Championship qualifying campaign. And exhausted Myra Ginnikong, the goalkeeper for Suriname, just collapses to the ground. She faced 33 shots tonight, made a number of terrific saves. Have to credit her for her performance. But Mexico just too strong in this one. Anytime you got to scroll through the goals, you know your team had a good night. Mayor in the 9th, Martinez had a pair, Garcia had a pair, Bernal, Jaramillo, Reyes, and Cervantes, your goal scorers for Mexico. An emphatic 9-0 victory.
Queremos agradecer a todos y cada uno de ustedes su ejemplar comportamiento. Vamos a cantarle a nuestra selección. Todos, a una voz. Que se escuche fuerte Nuevo León. Vamos a cantar todo Nuevo León. Prenda la luz de su celular. Prenda la luz de su celular y vamos a cantar todos.
A look at the highlights of tonight's match between Mexico and Suriname. And it is all Mexico in this highlight reel. The goal scoring started in the 9th minute. Here it was Mayor fed through by Martinez. That made it 1-0. Martinez had a stellar evening for Mexico, the 23-year-old forward who has 86 goals in 100 Liga MX matches. She had her presence felt early and often, had the early assist, nearly scored a goal there on the hustle play. And she would eventually get on the board early herself in this one. Great ball through, played by Diana Garcia, who also had 2 goals and an assist, matching the mark set tonight by Katy Martinez. A little bit later in this first half, it's cut back by Martinez. That makes it 3-0. Those goals came 9 minutes apart. It was 3-0 Mexico, 33 minutes into it. They would score one more time to close out the first half. This ball ricochets back out to Garcia. Puts her laces through it, deflects off a defender's knee, and past Ginnikong to make it 4-0 at the half. And Mexico in half number 2 would pick up right where they left off. No time wasted, just 3 minutes into the second half. Diana Garcia, who scored at the end of the first, would score again to begin the second. This one, no help needed off a deflection, just blasted into the roof of the net. 5-0 Mexico at this stage. Then, by their standards on the evening, they hit a bit of a lull. They went 14 minutes without a goal. And eventually, Rebecca Bernal would find the next one. Katy Martinez narrowly missed a hat-trick there, and here is Bernal heading it through a couple of defenders, perfectly nestling into the bottom left corner. Montoya, her shot in, was fumbled by the keeper. Cervantes, great patience, gets it back to Jaramillo, who then cuts back and splits the defenders to make it 7-0. A couple of subs came into the match after this for Mexico as they got some fresh legs out there, one of them being Mari Carmen Reyes. This one started ricocheting around a few times. We counted 6 after we saw the first replay. Finally fell to Reyes, who blasted it home to make it 8-0 in the 88th minute. And then 1 minute later, Alicia Cervantes had been so close all evening after she came in as a sub. She hit the crossbar, she hit the right post, couple of shots saved, couple of shots wide, finally scored to make it 9-0 for Mexico. And as we take a look at the final stats in this one, total dominance by Mexico. 34 shots, 9 on target. All 9 of those found the netting. Dominance to begin their campaign here to qualify for the 2022 ConcacafW Championship in July. They sit atop Group A with 3 points and a +9 goal difference. That'll do it for us here this evening in Nuevo León, Mexico. From Estadio Universitario, I'm Joe Malfa saying good night. Mexico 9, Suriname nothing.